Fight fans all over the world, it's Daddy P on the corner, in the corner, boxing. What? Hey, Terence Crawford Jeff Horn. Hey, I told you I'm going to beat a dead horse. I'm going to keep talking about it. Hey, look, no good promotion. But, hey, look, I'm talking about it every day this week to the fight, man. Look, the day is Wednesday, June the 6th. June the 9th is going down. Listen, the MGM Grand, Las Vegas, Nevada. And it's going to be on the ESPN Plus app. Hey, everybody go ahead and download that Plus app. You can get it free. You can get a trial free 1 week. So go ahead and get your trial, man, and support this fight. And, hey, if you don't want to keep it, cancel it. You get 7 days for free. So go ahead and get it. I'm going to do mine tomorrow. Matter of fact, I'll let everybody know tomorrow when I do it. I'll let y'all know either tomorrow or Friday how everything work out, But I'm going to download my app tomorrow, And go ahead and get my free week. And then, hey, I'll probably keep it for a month or so to see what's up, They claiming some good boxing content on there. So I'm going to see what it's about, man. Anyway, Terence Crawford and Jeff Horn. This fight is going to be a lot better than a lot of people think. And I'm saying a lot of people. I'm not saying everybody, because there's some people that know that this going to be a good fight, man. And I talked a little bit about it yesterday. Got a little bit of a few rebuttals, Because I'm going to tell you, a lot of people thinking a lot of people saying, man, look, that Terence Crawford just finna, I don't know, I guess they thinking he finna just walk through the guy. And listen, hey, y'all probably know I'm a Terence Crawford fan, man. But I'm going to tell you this. This is going to be a real good fight. I don't think this is an automatic fight for Terence Crawford. And I'm going to tell you this. I've said this before. Man, I think Terence Crawford should have taken a not a tune-up fight, but an acclamation fight for this division. Maybe 1 or 2 before he went after one of the champions. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, anytime you moving up in weight, I feel like you should take at least 1 acclamation fight. You know what I'm saying? Just so you can take punches at that weight, see how you take them. Also, see how your power move up. Fight somebody like in the top 15, maybe. Even top 10, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like a number 7 or 8 in one of the in one of the sanctioning bodies, whichever one you want to try to contend at. Like if you want to contend for a WBC strap, fight like somebody in the top 10. Top 15 in that ranking. You know what I'm saying? And see where you at. Number 7, number 8, number 9, maybe even number 10, whatever. But that's what I feel. I feel Terence Crawford should have taken an acclamation fight, or fought like a legend or something, You see what Danny Garcia did when he came up. He fought what? I think he fought Paulie Malignaggi, right? I think he fought Paulie Malignaggi. And then, shoot, they gave him an acclamation fight for the WBC title. He fought what the boy name, man? He fought Robert Guerrero for the WBC title. It was a vacant title. Robert Guerrero. Man, they let that man fight that man for the vacant title. And he hadn't done anything to warrant being able to fight for a title. You know what I'm saying? Not Robert Guerrero, but they let him do it. But to me, that should have been more like an acclamation fight. He already, he went past Paulie Malignaggi, you know what I'm saying? And fought Robert Guerrero. He a good gatekeeper type of fight. Robert Guerrero, because he tough. He ain't finna just let you have the fight. He tough, but you know what I'm saying? He got that age on him, and he done been in them battles to where, you know what I'm saying? If a guy young and up and coming, he can get past him if he ready. You know what I'm saying? But Anyway, man, I think Terence Crawford should have taken an acclimation fight or two coming up at this weight. And man, look, Jeff Horn is a big welterweight. I keep saying this, man. I know I sound like a broken record, but Jeff Horn is big for a welterweight already. You know? Nah, I don't know. I don't know if he should go up at 154 and pose. No. Nah, but I'm going to tell you this too. Now, this might be something else in Terence Crawford's favor, is how many more times can Jeff Horn melt down to 147? You know what I'm saying? Could this be his last time? You know, because if so, that's in Terence Crawford's favor, because he has a bigger frame for a welterweight, you know. But he is 5'9", you know. I'm not saying in height, you know, that's about right for a welterweight. But 5'9", but how his structure is, he a little big for welterweight. So, you know, if he trying to melt down to 147, if he had problems doing it, man, look, that could be in Terence Crawford's favor. But this the time of his life, man. I think that he's going to be healthy. I think he's going to work hard. This is a big fight for Jeff Horn. You know what I'm saying? And he's always come in as the underdog when he's fighting a named fighter. So he always come in with a chip on his shoulder and with something to prove. So I'm going to tell you, I think he's going to be in decent shape. I think he been ready for this, you know? So I don't know, but who knows, with a frame like that, I don't know how many more times he got to make that 147 limit, you know? But anyway, what I really want to talk to y'all about today, man, is, you know, both guys has a decent amateur career, you know? Terence Crawford started fighting at the age of 7, and he had 70 amateur fights. He lost 12. Some of the people he beat, you know, as an amateur was Danny Garcia, Mikey Garcia, just to name a couple. Now, I'm going to tell you this. He did go to the Olympic trials, and he lost to none other than Saddam Ali. Y'all know Saddam Ali. He was up there posing at 154 and got sent back to the house. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't funny, man. That guy's a warrior. Saddam Ali is a warrior. I take my hat off to Saddam Ali. He just got ragdolled by Jaime Munguia, the big young prospect. Just snatched that WBO strap from Saddam Ali. But this is what I could say about him. He was supposed to fight Liam Smith. You know, Liam Smith had some problems. So I don't know really what happened, man. But Jaime Munguia, the one who got the fight. And, you know, he is a big young man. And look, Saddam Ali ain't try to dodge him. He ain't say, well, hey, look, I'm pulling out, man, if I can't fight Liam Smith, because that's who I supposed to fight. Saddam Ali ain't pull out, man. And when he was fighting, he kept getting knocked down, but he kept getting up. The man kept getting up off the mat. That's the definition of going out on your shield. The ref had to tell him, hey, look, don't get up. The last time the ref got tired in the 4th round, the ref got tired of seeing him get ragdolled. The ref had to stop him from getting up. He would have tried to get up again. So, hey, he a warrior, man. So, hey, I'm going to tell you, my hat is off to Saddam Ali. But, yeah, Saddam Ali did beat Terence Crawford in the Olympic trials. Also, Miguel Gonzalez. This is according to Box Nation. It was an article written back in 2016 by Glenn Evans. Like 11, I think it was called 11 Things You Might Not Know About Terence Crawford. So, you know. So, big up, man, to Terence Crawford. He had a decent, you know, amateur career. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Jeff Horn, you know, as an amateur, he won the Queensland State title in his second fight. It was his second fight amateurly. And then he went on to win 3 national titles You know what I'm saying? And then in 2012, he made it to the quarterfinals in the London Olympics. Figure that. And I was saying in the video I did yesterday, I dropped that that some people ain't know Jeff Horn was an Olympian, man. Yeah, Jeff Horn. So you know what I'm saying? He started fighting later in his life than some fighters, but man, everybody don't make it to Olympics. But this is the thing now, and this is no disrespect to anybody. Y'all know America has a very rich history of talent in the Olympics for boxing. But some other countries may not have programs like the United States have. So, you know, when you're saying some of these other guys made it to the Olympics from these other countries, you know, their talent probably was a little bit more limited. And I ain't saying everywhere now, don't get me wrong. Y'all know, man, Cuba stay with them coming. Y'all know, you know, Europe stay with them coming, you know. So, hey, look, I'm not trying to disrespect. That Eastern European style is something serious. So, I mean, I'm not saying everywhere in the world, but there's some places in the world that are, you know, they don't put as much money into boxing programs. I put it like that. You know what I'm saying? So coming out of Australia to say that he made it to the Olympics, you know, is, you know, I'm not trying to talk down on Australia, but you know, hey, they may not have as much resources as we have that we put into boxing. But at the same time, he made it to the quarterfinals though, you know, 2012 in London. So, and this is according to Jake Michaels of ESPN. It was an article that he wrote right before Horn was about to fight Pacquiao. So, but anyway, but yeah, so both these guys, man, look, you know, they got some experience in amateurs and in, you know, just to throw this in there, Terence Crawford he made it to the Olympic trials. That was in 2008 for the Beijing Games. But anyway, he ain't make it to the Olympic, but he done beat some. He beat Felix Diaz when he a gold medalist, and he also beat Yuriorkis Gamboa. And I'm gonna tell you, I will go say this to talk about another day. Cause I'm telling you, I'm gonna keep hitting Terence Crawford and Jeff Horn every day to the fight. I'm gonna do a video at least, you know, because this fight needs to be recognized, and I'm gonna be telling everybody how they can see the fight. If you have cable TV, if you got a smart TV, if you got a computer, if you got a phone, you can access this fight. From what I understand. Now, I don't know. I ain't even tried it on the phone yet. But I'm gonna do it on my TV. But yeah, if you got the ESP, you gotta download the ESPN Plus app. You know? But anyway, just bringing up some Olympians that Terence Crawford beat. You know, Felix Diaz and Yuriorkis Gamboa. I had somebody say something to me about Yuriorkis Gamboa to fight with Terence Crawford. Now, since Terence Crawford fought Yuriorkis Gamboa, you all have to realize he has fought 8 times since then. So that's 8 professional fights and training camps that he's been in since that fight. So Terence Crawford is a totally different fighter now. Also, this was at a lower weight class. You know, people keep saying, so-and-so Jeff Horn much bigger and stronger than Yuriorkis Gamboa. Of course. You know, but Terence Crawford has moved up in weight classes as well. Now, this is a big leap for him to me, just because even though he's only coming up 1 weight class, you know, he's fighting on that elite level. He's fighting at the championship level for his first fight, you know. But his power went up with him from lightweight to super lightweight. And, you know, I don't know. I just feel like this right here, though, man. Terence Crawford is a very special boxer. You know what I'm saying? At this day and time, who can you name that's more skillful than Terence Crawford that is right now a current active boxer. And I'll wait. Anyway, who can you find more skillful? Y'all send me, man, y'all hit me up, man. Send me some comments. And, but who is more skillful than him right now? Now, I'm going to tell you who got some skills in other weight classes. You got people like Lomachenko, who got plenty of skills. You got people like, Gervonta Davis. You got, who else is a pretty skillful boxer? You got Mikey Garcia. You got people that are skillful. But this is the thing about Terence Crawford. The skills that these guys I just named bring to the table are phenomenal. And I am not questioning that whatsoever. But who can do some of the things that Terence Crawford does in the ring? And who can show you different looks? First of all, I'm going to talk about in the Yuriorkis Gamboa fight, Terence Crawford. He came out fighting in the orthodox stance. He came out, and I'm going to tell you, I said this before, sound like a broken record, I'm going to say it anyway. Terence Crawford came out fighting orthodox style against Yuriorkis Gamboa. Now, I watched that fight, and I'm going to tell you, this is when I became a Terence Crawford fan. I became a Terence Crawford fan watching this fight, and I'm going to tell you why. I watched the fight. Guess why I watched the fight? Because I was trying to follow Yuriorkis Gamboa. I had been, I wanted to see. I saw him fight on YouTube, watching some old fights of him, and it's a lot of talk, hoopla around his name. So I finally got a chance to watch him fight live, and I watched this fight. Now listen, when I watched it, I was like, okay, yeah, Yuriorkis Gamboa. Who he fight? He fighting old Terence Crawford. This guy undefeated, whatever. But check it. He started out, Yuriorkis Gamboa was getting the best of Terence Crawford, but Terence Crawford was fighting in orthodox stance. Now, I can't remember what round. I think it was round number 5. And I'm gonna tell you this right here. One of the commentators, this was HBO commentating, and y'all know Roy Jones Jr. He hit up a lot of those HBO fights. He commentated. But listen, Roy Jones Jr. had mentioned, he said, man, looked like he's switching to southpaw. Round the 5th round, he said, I don't know about this. I don't know about this, Jim. You're talking to Jim Lampley and Max Kellerman. But check it. It took about a round or 2 before when he switched to southpaw. When he switched to southpaw, it took him a round or 2 to really adjust, to make the proper adjustments at the new stance. And he started dummying up Yuriorkis Gamboa. He started landing shots, and lo and behold, he dropped him. Then he dropped him again. I'm going to tell you, the young man makes necessary adjustments. Now, everybody keeps saying Yuriorkis Gamboa rocked him. Yeah, he hit him. It's boxing. Yuriorkis Gamboa in them lower weight classes is a powerful guy. You know what I'm saying? He's a young, powerful guy. You know what I'm saying? And he's a smaller guy, but he's powerful. And hey, look, he caught him. He caught him a time or 2. But listen, what does that mean? What that really do mean is show you the fortitude and the adjustments. Not only that, but the chin that Terence Crawford has. Now, some people look at it as a thing like, oh, if he was able to do that, Jeff Horn go take him out. Okay, that sound easy. That sound all well and good. But this is what actually happened in the fight. Terence Crawford got caught a time or 2. Yuriorkis Gamboa was getting the better of the exchanges, and Terence Crawford made the necessary adjustments. Now listen, he also coming up in the rankings. You see what he did to Felix Diaz. But listen, not just that, man. He fought a guy that was... Now, a lot of people say, oh, because I heard somebody say this, after I started. Like I say, I became a fan of Terence Crawford after this fight. And by the way, he did stop Uriorcus Gamboa. He stopped him. And I was just so intrigued. And I'm like, who is this young guy? So I started following the man. And I found out that he used to spar with Tim Bradley. That's how he made his money. Because, it wasn't a lot going on for him as far as big fights. You know what I'm saying? Yet. So, hey, he was sparring with Tim Bradley. But check it. Tim Bradley say this man is the truth. But this the thing about it, man. And this what I heard. I know a guy who's a little bit familiar with Terence Crawford, who went to college with one of his friends. And something that somebody from his hometown, whatever. He went to college. This guy that I know, he went to college with somebody that knows Terence Crawford from Terence Crawford hometown. But check it. He was saying that Terence Crawford, with Tim Bradley was had all of them fights he fought Manny Pacquiao, fighting a southpaw. He would ask Terence Crawford to fight southpaw. You know what I'm saying? So that he can mimic, so he could kind of practice for Manny Pacquiao, which is a tall order. But anyway, I get, and this is thought to be when he really started excelling in switching stances. And so I'm gonna tell you this right here though, man. I started following the young man from this fight, and I hear people keep talking about this fight, man. They want to mention what happened as far as Uriorcus Gamboa catching him, you know what I'm saying, and wobbled him, whatever. But what they fail to realize, I even heard Glenn Rushton mention this. But Glenn Rushton, what happened after that? See, when you tell a story, you could say A, B, C, but you gotta get to Z sometime or another. You tell it from the beginning to the end. This guy made the necessary adjustments and got Uriorcus Gamboa out of there. That's what actually happened. Now, then I heard some people saying Terence Crawford is good, but he keep fighting these smaller fighters. Okay. But he fought a guy in Victor Postal who he had made a name for himself at 140. Victor Postal had made a name for himself, and I'm going to tell you this right here. For all the Danny Garcia fans, I know y'all go jump bad, but I got to say this. Danny Garcia, first of all, paid, and y'all, hey, he paid step-aside money to, to Victor Postal. He paid step-aside money so that he didn't have to fight him right then, but it was a show of good faith that, okay, right now I want to take another fight, but I am go fight you now. But he never did fight Victor Postal. Danny Garcia paid the man step-aside money and kept fighting other guys in the division, you know what I'm saying, without having to fight his mandatory, who was Victor Postal. And he never did fight him. He ended up moving up to 147, But anyway, Victor Postal was like, at the time, he had made a name for himself at 140. And, nobody had beat him. He was undefeated. And then people saying, oh, now this might be where the buck stops with Terence Crawford. All right, y'all go watch this fight and see how Terence Crawford made the necessary adjustments and just straight up outboxed this guy. The guy was taller than Terence Crawford, had a reach advantage over Terence Crawford, and Terence Crawford had his way with him. That's the bottom line. So, a lot of people say, okay, yeah, he's fighting these smaller guys. Okay, but Terence Crawford did the same thing with a smaller guy. He did it with a guy who had a reach advantage and height advantage over him in Victor Postal. And then, hey, this is the same guy. Danny Garcia talk all that trash, but Danny Garcia ain't want to fight him. He was Danny Garcia's mandatory for the longest, and Danny Garcia would not face Victor Postal at 140. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. Terence Crawford disposed of Victor Postal in grand fashion, dropping him twice en route to unanimous decision. So, I mean, what do you want from Terence Crawford? You know, man, look, this guy's the truth. Now, but like I said, I wish he would have took an acclimation fight just to acclimate himself to the division, man. You know, you coming up a division where guys, man, you got some guys who representing this division, you know, and you know, you ain't test the waters or nothing, but hey, like Nassim Richardson say, this guy is very special, and I think his skill is gonna take him far, not only in this division but in the sport of boxing, man. This guy has some skills. And some Bob Arum said, man, he said, man, this guy like a Sugar Ray Leonard. He put him on the level with Sugar Ray Leonard. But this guy, man, what he does, man, and this is why he is top of the pound for pound list, arguably number 1 or number 2, man, look, is because he can show fighters different looks. And then once you kind of figure out what he doing something else. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you might done figured out this orthodox. He got some southpaw for you. You know what I'm saying? So Terence Crawford, make no mistake about it, he is a very crafty guy to fight over 12 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Over 12 rounds, what can you do? Now, he's able to make adjustments, but will fighters be able to make adjustments against him? And a lot of people saying this is a test. If he passed this test, a lot of people see him as being, you know, bar none, in the welterweight division. They see him taking over, you know, and a big fight can be a mega fight. I would love to see Terence Crawford, Errol Spence Jr. I love to see it as a mega fight, and I wouldn't mind if these guys fight a little bit, make a name for themselves, and then face each other. I know a lot of people say, oh no, nobody don't build no fight, let's see the best fights. Okay, but these two young men deserve to have a mega fight for none other reason than, man, they fight everybody. They fight. If somebody they mandatory, they don't mind fighting them. And calling out big names, Errol Spence been doing it ever since he been fighting, seem like. he been calling out these upper echelon fighters, man. And then Terence Crawford, he come up a division. He was undisputed at 140. He come up to a new division. Ain't asked for no soft touch or nothing. Say, man, let me fight for a championship belt. I mean, how much more of a warrior do you want to see? This is what the sport of boxing is all about, man. Young men like Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford. I can't wait. But first, I got to hold my horses. I got to slow my roll. Hey, got to slow my roll. Because I do not want to make it seem like I'm looking past Jeff Horn. Because this is a tall order, you know. But this thing going down, man, June the 9th. We go see what these guys working with on June the 9th. It's going to be on the ESPN Plus app. You have to download the app. You can do so and get a 7-day trial. Otherwise, it is $4.99 a month to keep that app. But you can do it. You can get it for a free 7-day trial. So, like I say, I'm going to do mine tomorrow. I'm going to download it tomorrow. But hey, man, y'all weigh in on this thing, man. Terence Crawford, Jeff Horn. I'm going to keep making a video till the fight, man. I'm going to make a video, at least one video every day until this fight has materialized. Just because, man, hey, look, there ain't really no serious promotions for this thing, man. So, hey, if you would, tell a friend. Download the app ESPN Plus so that you can tune in and see one of the biggest fights of this year so far. Terence Crawford versus Jeff Horn for the WBO, the World Boxing Organization title at the 147-pound division, welterweight. This Daddy P on the corner in the corner boxing. Slap the like button. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hey, hit that bell icon so you'll know every time it's going down. This Daddy P out of there. Nacho.
nacho, 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 nacho.